What's up, guys? So, think of this video as like a tournament FAQ because a lot of times when I stream, I get asked questions like, "Hey, Dabuz, how do I find tournaments? Or what should I expect from tournaments? Or I'm very nervous, or what should I bring to tournaments? Blah blah blah." And I'm just gonna answer all those questions today as best as I can. If you have any questions I don't answer, you can ask in the comments below. So, with that said, one most common thing is I get asked is, "Hey, Dabuz, how do I find tournaments? I live in somewhere in the middle of nowhere and I can't find tournaments." And then I always tell people first thing I do is check smashcourts.com. There's a lot of different state discords there, and if your state discord is there, you can generally just go in there, I'd imagine, ask, hey, where are the tournaments in this state, and find something. If that's not a thing, I've seen people make threads on Reddit asking if they can find tournaments in their region, and it works out pretty well. I think another very effective way to find tournaments is to find a top player who is in that state, especially if they stream. Like if someone asks me about New York tournaments, I can generally direct them to the tournaments or directing people who can help them out. Or if they ask about New Jersey tournaments, since it's in my region, I can generally direct them to people that know better. So those are like three ways to find tournaments: your state Discord and SmashDiscords.com, the Reddit thread, or finding streamers, or even just top players that like have the DMs open might be help you. But I can't promise anything there. Next thing, people always ask, hey, what should I expect from tournaments? Or hey, I'm really nervous going to a tournament. I don't want to do badly. And I always tell people it doesn't matter. Like in terms of like doing badly, if you do well at the tournament, that's awesome. You should feel proud. If you do badly though, 99% of people at these tournaments aren't top players. People aren't gonna really judge you unless they're assholes for doing badly, especially if it's your first event or a few. And it really doesn't matter. Like if you do well, it's cool. If you don't do well though, it's not gonna really affect your life. For most people, it doesn't really matter. For people like me, it matters, of course, because basically my job. But it's a social event. It's meant to just be fun. Everyone plays this one game. You can talk about this game and bond over this game. You can meet new friends over this game. So treat it like that. And then, as a result, if you win, like cool. If you lose, though, remember you have double eliminations brackets at most events. So give yourself a small cool off period, because even if you lose and you don't care that much, it's very easy to get upset. Give yourself like 5 minutes to just chill. Tell TO, hey, I know you want me to play right away, but give me a little bit. Most TOs are pretty nice. And, give yourself time to cool between losses. Also, it's important to have reasonable goals at tournaments, because even if it's like not, even if it's okay to mess up and do badly, you still go to a tournament, you still want to do well. Like, it's still a competition, so try to have reasonable goals. If it's your first event, maybe make your goal 1 and 2 or 2 and 2. If your last time went 2 and 2, make it 3 and 2. Or whatever your goal is, something reasonable, but something that pushes you a little bit farther. I think it's important to be confident in advance. A lot of people say they're so nervous because they put so much pressure on themselves. But, even if you don't think you're the best or even that good, it's important to be confident in the things you are good at, because if you're not confident, you're going to play awful. Like, you can be the best player in the world, but if you go into an event and you think to yourself, oh, I'm going to lose, I'm so bad, I can mess this and that up, and you just get in your head, I guarantee most people will just play a lot worse than they could have. And remember, since you go to the tournament and it's a social event, you're going to run into a lot of different types of people. You run into very nerdy people, people who are socially awkward, but people who are very, like, socially skilled. I'm awful at phrasing this. So just treat it like a normal social event. We meet new people, If someone looks like they're chilling and they're willing to talk, having fun playing friendlies and look like they're open to rotation, or talking about something you want to join in and you feel like you can, just treat it like a normal social event. You just try and meet people, join conversations, get to know people, and have fun. And if it looks like someone's upset because they just lost, or they're super serious grinding and they don't really want to like have someone else join the rotation, maybe leave them baits. Just use your best judgment there, because it's just a social gathering. I really want to emphasize the point that even though this is a competition, everyone is there for the most part just to have fun and chill. And you can meet a lot of good friends there if you just go and trying to chill. Now, obviously, it's still a competition. A lot of people go and they want to be the best. They want to do well. They're locals and go up to regionals. So I have a list of things I do to prepare for tournaments that just help make sure I play consistently well and make me like in a good mood. So this is mostly focusing on like bigger events, so like regionals, multiple day events, nationals. But this can apply to locals as well. All I know with locals, a lot of times you have like work before you go to a tournament or whatever, or school, so you can't prepare quite as well. So I try to sleep well before a tournament. This is a no-brainer. For me, it's like 7 hours of sleep is pretty good. I can only function on 6, and 8 is like awesome, but generally I don't get that much. So I try to eat well also. This is very important. Don't eat greasy things like pizza before tournaments, especially during a tournament. Bad idea. Too much sugar, like having ice cream for breakfast or lunch, probably not the best idea. You burn yourself out. So just eat healthy. Lots of food that is filling, kind of healthy, not too sugary, gives you some energy for the day. Like the obvious stuff. Although I know tournaments is also hard to eat well if eating at the venue because there's a lot of greasy food. So if you can eat like before the event or even bring like snacks, that can help. In fact, a lot of times I bring my own granola bars because those are pretty filling without like making me feel sluggish, and they're pretty healthy. Um, I think it's important to have a game plan for people that you're likely to run into. They think of threats. So if it's like a local and if this person keeps beating you, maybe grind something out. Or if this person that you don't have any idea how to fight and there's a chance you run into him, maybe have some plan. If you can see a bracket like regional or national, try to prepare things for people you fight so you don't go in blind. In fact, I make sure even with my level of skill to look at my bracket and go, who are these people? Who do they play? What is their play style like? So I don't get caught off guard and like lose a game or even a set to someone that I wasn't ready for. So I think that's one of the reasons I'm so upset is because I try to plan for people all the time. It's important to warm up as well. I find a lot of people go to events and they just don't warm up. And for locals, obviously, it's hard to prevent that when like you're coming home from work or school. But for nationals, if you think you need an hour to warm up, wake up with enough time to warm up for an hour. Find someone good that can take games from you. That can well, at least for me, I try to find someone that can make me lose, so I'm forced to think and like really get my mental gears going. So it's whatever helps you out. For me, it's like 2 hours of warm up with someone that can take games or at least make the games close to really make me think. And if it's someone I know and like I've played with a lot already, it's even easier because we know each other's habits and can like talk to each other about like what we're doing bad or good before a bracket happens. And then just have a list of things you need to bring to the tournament. Like for me, it's my list is generally something like controllers, a laptop, earbud with splitter, so I can tell people, hey, I have a splitter. You want to listen to the game while we're playing? Because you can't really hear that well, like with the monitors, even though they have speakers and stuff. Light stacks, like I mentioned, granola bars. If I can get fruit there, that's awesome. Phone, wallet, switch, portable speaker, and then phone charger. Just the basic things. I'm gonna start bringing hand sanitizer. Speaking of that, by the way, if you are sick, reconsider going to tournaments. If you have like a really bad like flu or something contagious that gets other people sick and feeling shitty, probably stay at home. I know I almost went to a tournament this weekend. I decided not to because I don't want to get other people sick. I also didn't want to fly while having like congested sinuses. That's just a really bad idea. But yeah, I was like feeling really bad. I think I got the pound sickness, which a lot of people pound were actually sick and went to the event. I was like, ah. But yeah, if you're sick and it's like beyond like a light common cold, which is whatever, consider staying home. And finally, I guess similar to being hygienic but not going if you're sick, please shower. Like at every event, there's always like those one or two or three people that don't take care of themselves. They don't put deodorant on, they don't brush their teeth, they don't shower, whatever it is. Please don't be that person. You're gonna be in a venue generally, which is like a little bit cramped with a lot of people and kind of hot. And if you have someone that smells really bad, it's gonna just starts thinking of the entire venue, and they're gonna be up on Kotaku, and it's really no one wants to be on a Kotaku article saying, "Hey, smashers smell bad." So please, just be hygienic. Please, 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 please. Most people are fine with this. This is mainly for the people who go to an event and think, "I don't need to shower today." So, with that said, if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments below. This is my little FAQ in tournaments, and peace out.